Damn, you wore me out last night. Well, look at that. Already up. You are so damn beautiful. Come on, don't start with that face this early in the morning. After last night, you should be feeling pretty good right about now. You just knocked a few months off your rent. That's what I call a productive night. See, this is why I like our little arrangement. No drama, no begging, just two adults helping each other out. And you're real good at holding up your end, Paris. Keep that up and you might just earn yourself a little more breathing room around here. Rent's expensive these days. Good thing you know how to take care of business. That's what I love the most about you, Paris.
George, next time call. My brother is in the room over. I don't want him to know anything about our little arrangement. I gotta head to work later.
Damn. You still working at that club tonight? I figured after last night you might take a day off. Either way, you're still going back tonight, aren't you?
Thanks for coming out, Jamar. You know you really didn't have to. I know you're on call for work and all.
Nah, it's really nothing. Besides, I had to come out and support her. Her father is my best friend. I'm practically her uncle after watching her grow so fast. I'm happy to be here. Feels like just yesterday she was running around in pigtails.
Oh my gosh. I remember one night when she was just a baby, she wouldn't stop crying, no matter what I did. Marcellus was pacing the living room, half asleep, and then you walked in and took her from him, and suddenly, she's quiet.
Man, Marcellus used to hate that. He'd be standing right there like, that's my kid, looking at me like I stole his whole moment. I told him it wasn't my fault she had good taste.
Yeah, speaking of him, he should be here right now. But you know him, always making promises that he can't keep. I've been meaning to talk to him too about some things.
Yeah, that sounds like Marcellus. He's got a bad habit of thinking he's got more time than he actually does. But he cares, Selena. You know that. Sometimes he just gets in his own way. I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses for a grown man either, because he should be here. We both can agree on that. I'll talk to him.
I appreciate it, Jamar. But I think this is something I need to handle with him myself. The last thing I want is to involve other people in this.
Yeah, I get that. You've always had a way of handling things your own way. It's really admirable, honestly. I can see where Amara gets it from. And I've been meaning to ask, how has it been since those text messages?
They actually stopped, surprisingly. I haven't received anything. It's the weirdest thing.
You think you're the only one on the field or something? What, you trying to show off again? Nobody's impressed. You always gotta act like you're the best player out here. Maybe if you passed the ball for once instead of hogging it, your team wouldn't be struggling right now. What? Why are you looking at me?
Well,
like
I'm
that?
glad they stopped.
I'm just saying.
Maybe it was just some rando
sport,
that was trying to taunt you.
I'm not showing off. I'm playing the game.
You are very well
Maybe if
known
you
here in the
actually
city.
blocked the goal instead of talking
A
so
lot
much,
of people
wouldn't
want
be
what you
mad that
have.
long.
Oh, really? You're crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm just really good at soccer.
If you're so good,
Shit.
how come you're losing?
That girl is taunting her again. I hope she remembers what I told her. I told her that if that girl starts picking on you again, you tell her to worry about guarding the goal and stop running her mouth. There she goes again. I knew that little girl was going to start something today.
Why are you always talking during the game? You're the goalie. You're supposed to be watching a ball, not me. Yeah, we're losing right now, but that doesn't mean you get to run your mouth the whole time. I'm still playing the game like the coach told us to. And at least I'm actually running up and down the field instead of just standing in one spot complaining. So maybe you should focus on guarding your goal and stop worrying so much about what I'm doing. And if you're so good, you should be able to stop me next time. It's not over yet anyway.
I hope you're playing nice out there, Amara. I don't need your coach calling me or your father after this. Did you do what I said?
Yes, I did. And she started it again. Next time, if she starts again, I'm going to go right up to her and kick the soccer ball straight in her...
Nope. We're not doing that. I'm going to have a talk with your coach if it escalates. Just get back out there and be the team player that you are. I know you can.
Fine.
Get back out there, Amara.
Yes, Jessica, I am here now at the Bailey Inn. Authorities have officially released the identity of the victim found dead earlier this week at a local motel. Police say the victim has been identified as 17-year-old Khalil Morales, a teenager from the area. The discovery was made late
damn
Tuesday
shame
night
what
at
happened
the
to that
Bailey's
kid.
Inn, a property
I was on the
owned by
scene.
Hi, I'm here because I have some information on the boy on Khalil Morales.
Okay, just wait right here. Someone will be out to speak with you shortly.
Alright then.
Well, look at that. Detective Zara actually taking a break. I was starting to think you lived in here. Careful. If you keep washing your hands like that, people might think you're trying to scrub away evidence.
What do you need, Isaac?
Okay, hold your horses. We've got a guy out front asking for you. Says he might know something about the motel case. Thought you'd want to hear that before I let him walk.
Nico Mercer. That's your full name, right? You walked in here asking to speak with detectives about the motel case. So let's start simple. You said you know something, so let's hear it.
Yeah, I saw it on the news this morning. The report about the body at the motel. When they said the name, Khalil Morales, I knew it had to be him. We were close. We'd hit the gym together a few times a week. Been doing that for a while now. The thing is, the last few days, he just stopped answering my calls. At first, I figured he was busy or something. You know how people are. But then it started feeling weird. Khalil usually texts back, even if it's just something quick. The last message I got from him was a couple nights ago. He said he had to handle something real quick and that he'd hit me later. But he never did.
You said you and Khalil were close, working out together, talking regularly. That means you probably had a pretty good sense of what was going on in his life. So let me ask you this. Did he mention anyone he might have been meeting that day? Anyone he was having problems with? Arguments, money issues, anything like that? And when he sent that text saying he had to handle something, did he give you any hint what that something was?
No, nothing. Look, he had already been through enough with that trial and those people trying to pin drugs on him. After he won, he laid low. I came here because you all need to look into the man who defended him on trial. Marcellus, whatever the fuck his name is. Y'all don't find it odd that Khalil died at the very motel that belongs to his defender?
Marcellus Bailey. And yes, we're aware of who owns the property.
But right now, you're the one sitting in this room volunteering information, Nico. So let's slow down for a second. You're suggesting Khalil's own public defender has something to do with his death. That's a pretty serious claim. So help me understand where that's coming from. Did Khalil ever say something about Bailey?
I'm just saying, if a kid ends up dead at a motel owned by the same guy who used to defend him, that doesn't exactly scream coincidence.
That kid might be onto something. I mean, after that bag they logged from the scene, it's starting to look like the trail leads straight back to the Baileys. But let's be real for a second. That family owns half the commercial hotels and motels in this city, and their name carries a lot of weight. People like that don't usually end up sitting in these rooms with us.
Nah. To hell with all of that. We have enough evidence to bring in Marcellus. I don't care how many buildings his family owns or how clean his reputation looks on paper. If his name keeps showing up around this case, then he answers questions like everyone else.
What the fuck, Marcellus?
Mommy, can I have the drink with the boba in it?
Yes, of course. You did a great job out there today.
Wow, they have a lot of options. I think this is my first time at this tea shop.
I think I want the mango one. How about you?
Nah, I think I'm good. That Sprite I had earlier was enough. But I'm buying.
What? No, you really don't have to.
Nah, y'all are like family. And what kind of man would I be if I didn't treat you both?
Hi, what can I get for you guys?
Hi. Firstly, I love your mango passion smoothie. It's so good, I order it every single time I come here. So I'll have one of those, and my baby will have the strawberry milk tea with boba.
I really thought we were gonna win today. We practiced so much. I know it's just a game, but it still kinda sucks losing. I wish Dad could have been here to see it. He used to come to all my games before. Even when we lost, he'd still say I played good and get me ice cream after.
Hey, listen to me. Your dad wouldn't have missed your game if he could help it. You know that. Things have just been a little crazy right now with everything going on at your granddad's motel and all the work your dad's dealing with. Look at me, Amara. He probably just got caught up trying to handle all of that.
Hey, your mom's right. And trust me, if your dad had been here, he would have been yelling the loudest on the whole field. I saw you out there, though. You were running all over the place. That takes heart. One loss doesn't change that, kiddo.
I know, I hear you, but that's not what I'm saying. Amara had a game today, Marcellus. She kept looking over at us, expecting you to show up. I get that things are busy right now. I really do. But she notices when you're not there. I'm not trying to start an argument. I'm just saying you could have at least called her after.
I know. Look, I didn't mean to miss it, all right? Things just got crazy over here today. You know how my mom is. She's got me back here at home for a family meeting or dinner of some sort because of what happened at the motel. I figured the game would run a little late and I could still make it. But between work and my mom, it kept me tied up. How'd she play? Is she okay?
She played fine. They lost, but she tried her best. She kept asking if you were coming, though. And honestly, after the kind of weekend she had with you, you probably should have shown up. Kids notice things, Marcellus. A lot more than you think. So yeah, you might want to call her later.
What does that even mean?
We just need to talk, whenever your schedule clears up.
Oh. Oh my God, I am
No,
so
it's okay.
sorry.
It's nothing really. I'm fine, trust.
Yeah, but I should have been looking.
It happens. Wait, you look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
No, I don't believe so. I just have one of those faces.
Nah, I've definitely seen her somewhere.
Selena's on my back because I missed Amara's game. The motel's turning into a damn circus with cops crawling around. And now everybody's looking at me like I've got something to do with that kid's death. I don't even know why Khalil was there. How could I let someone hurt him on my watch? I didn't even realize. Just tell me you've got something better for me than more bad news, Rise.
I don't know what the hell to tell you, man. What do you want me to say? Fix your shit with your baby mama first. You know how women are. Once something's on their mind, they not letting it go. Shit, after I got divorced, I'm not even thinking about marrying anyone again. Besides, most of these women just want my money.
Whatever. Why are you even here?
Don't act like you ain't happy to see me. Nah, but don't get mad at me, man. I'm not the answer to your problems. Your mom invited me over for dinner. You know she's been sweet on me since we were kids. But the motel, that's the part you really need to think about. Your family owns that place, Marcellus. Whether you're involved or not, your name's gonna get dragged into it just because of that.
Oh, hey, Maya.
All it takes is one detective trying to make a name for themselves. What's up, yeah?
Hey, Rise. Mom just wanted me to tell you both that dinner will be ready soon. Oh, and Mom wants your help setting the table, Mark.
All right, tell her I'll be there in a bit. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I've already thought about that. But owning a property doesn't mean I had anything to do with what happened there. My family's had that motel for years. People come and go all the time. If the cops want to ask questions, fine. I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah, you probably don't have nothing to hide, but let's be real for a second, man. That's not how this works. A kid turns up dead in a motel your family owns, the press gets a hold of it, and suddenly the story writes itself. Public defender, wealthy family, dead teenager. People start asking questions, whether they make sense or not. All I'm saying is you better be ready for the spotlight, because once it's on you, it's not going away easy.
Marcellus, I believe your mother asked you to set the table for dinner. When your mother asks for something in this house, it's not a suggestion. You can finish whatever conversation you're having after you've done what she asked. Rise, have a seat at the table. Before anyone starts eating, let's make something clear. Your mother didn't put this dinner together for small talk. With everything going on at the motel right now, this family needs to be on the same page. The police are sniffing around. The press will follow soon enough, and the Bailey name is already being dragged into conversations it doesn't belong in. That's why Rise is here tonight. His mother would have come herself, but she's tied up with work, so he's standing in for her. She's been a friend to this family for a long time, and if this situation turns into something bigger than it should, we're going to need people we trust in our corner. If you had been a little more responsible, Marcellus, we might have avoided this entire mess.
Well, with all due respect, Father, let's not start pointing fingers at me. Yes, I was there when it happened, and I was completely unaware of what was taking place. The motel has a few rooms, people checking in and out all the time. I'm not standing outside every door monitoring who walks through the place. And let's not forget something here. I was there because I was working, doing my job. The same job this family pushed me into in the first place, when you all know I'm a public defender first.
Wow. Okay.
So if the police want to ask questions, fine, I'll answer them. But acting like I had something to do with the kid turning up dead just because I was on the property is ridiculous.
Watch your tone when you're speaking to me, son.
No, because that's what this sounds like right now. Like you've already decided I'm the problem before anyone even knows what actually happened.
We haven't decided you're the problem. I just think you could have been more responsible. I've spent my entire life building this family, protecting this name, and you're going to sit here and act like none of this is your responsibility? That motel, this mess with the cops and the press, it all falls on your watch, Marcellus. You were supposed to be careful, supposed to handle things the right way, and now look at what we're dealing with. Don't you dare try to shift this onto anyone else.
I'm not shifting it onto anyone else.
You need to own up to your part. Do you understand me?
With all due respect, Father, I was doing everything I could. You think I wanted any of this to happen? I have Mara to look after. I have a full-on career. I was following protocol, handling the property, trying to keep things in line, and now you're acting like I caused it all.
Both of you, stop yelling before you make matters worse. Marcellus, listen to me. You've been working hard, and you were doing what you thought was right. Your father's frustration doesn't give him the right to make you feel like you're alone in this. Now take a breath and remember why we're all here. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about making sure the family handles this situation the way it needs to be handled.
I think that's Mara. I have to take this.
Your mother isn't done talking, Mark.
Mr. Bailey, this is Detective Zara calling from the precinct. I'm reaching out because we'd like you to come down to the station and answer a few questions regarding the incident that took place at the Bailey Inn. Since the property is owned by your family and you were reportedly on site, we need to get a clearer timeline of events. This is just a standard interview, but we'd appreciate if you could come in as soon as possible.
Right. I understand. Look, I'm in the middle of dinner with my family right now, but I can come by the station later tonight. I'll answer whatever questions you have.
You know, I was just gonna order a drink and mind my business, but then you walked over here. Kinda makes it hard to focus on anything else. Tell me something. Do you smile like that at every guy sitting at this bar, or am I just getting lucky tonight? Either way, I think I'll need another drink. Gives me an excuse to keep talking.
Oh yeah? That's funny. Most guys don't start flirting until they're at least 2 drinks in. So either you're really brave or you've been practicing that line all night.
Morales, a teenager
Tell you what, I'll get you something strong, and we'll see if you still sound that smooth after a couple sips.
Owned by the prominent Bailey family, well known in the city's legal community. The family includes public defender Marcellus Bailey, who previously represented Khalil Morales in a past legal case. Investigators have not named any suspects at this time.
You know that guy or something?
Sources confirm authorities are examining.
They've been playing that all day. Something about a kid that was murdered at a motel. Shit sounds crazy to me. What's wilder is the guy they're talking about is the one who defended the kid in court. The nigga is like famous or something. Shit, he probably killed him. You know how them people are. They get money and start acting crazy.
I believe I gave my statement already to the police at the scene.
Yes, you did. And we appreciate that, Mr. Bailey. But statements made at a crime scene are usually quick. People are shaken. Details get missed. So this time, we're just going to slow things down. Starting with why you were at the motel that afternoon.
Yeah, like I told the officers earlier, I had just finished up some work at home. Public defender stuff. Paperwork, calls, the usual. My father texted me the day before asking if I could swing by the motel and make sure everything was in order before closing up for the night. So I drove over. When I got there, everything seemed normal, quiet. I went behind the front desk area and was about to start moving some of the boxes and packages that had been left near the check-in counter. We get deliveries there sometimes, and my dad likes them cleared out of the way. Then I started hearing sirens, multiple police cars pulling in. At first, I honestly thought maybe something happened out on the road or nearby. I didn't hear any screaming, no commotion, nothing like that before they showed up. And I wasn't aware that a woman staying at the motel had called about finding the boy. Nobody told me anything until the officers came inside and started asking questions. That was the first time I realized something serious had happened.
You and the victim are clearly connected. You represented Khalil in court, and you won that case for him. But after giving that entire testimony just now, not once did you ask about the victim. Not who he was, not what happened to him. I'm guessing you found out it was him through the news. I also see that you're calm, measured, very careful with your words, which makes sense, considering what you do for a living. But there's something about this that feels a little too controlled. So why don't you take a look at him again? Tell me if anything about that night comes back to you now.
Oh my God. Jesus. I didn't know. You think the reason I didn't ask about him is because I don't care?
When officers processed the scene, Mr. Bailey, they recovered a bag near Khalil's body. Just personal belongings. But he also had a phone on him. Our tech unit pulled the messages from it. In the days leading up to his death, Khalil had been sending a series of messages, not casual ones, threats, the kind that suggests he believed he had leverage over someone. So let me ask you something. Have you received any anonymous messages lately? From a number you didn't recognize? Someone implying they knew something about you that wasn't meant to be public?
No, I haven't. I haven't received anything like that.
Oh, she's going in for the kill.
Are you sure? Because we also found this on his phone. I think you know why I'm showing you these, Mr. Bailey. These photos, they weren't meant to be seen. Yet somehow,
No.
Khalil found out.
You called me in just to go over my story. If I'd known it was going to end up like this with photos and accusations on the table, I would have brought my lawyer. I didn't sign up to feel ambushed. That's fine. I'm divorced anyway. The majority of the public may not know that, but I do. I've got nothing to hide.
The woman you're with, does she have nothing to hide too?
I don't know.
We believe Khalil somehow came across you and her.
We shouldn't be doing this here.
Come here.
Took these photos
What the
and
hell?
decided to try and blackmail you. We don't know why or how it ended up taking his life. Marcellus, your story checks out, but you're implicated. And with thin walls like this, someone's bound to hear more than they should. I suggest you do lawyer up.
Do you think we made our case?
No, not yet. But I think we just lit the fuse. Wait until Ellison hears about this.
Should we have let Marcellus walk after that?
Yes.
It's obvious he's having an affair. That gives him motive.
I'm not convinced he's innocent, but we don't have evidence to make an arrest. Those photos definitely triggered him, though.
Hell yeah, that shit worked.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to throw the papers down.
Well, it worked.
Right.
We all had a lot of fun today. I'm glad I could be there to support Amara. I just needed my daily dose of chaos and sunshine. Amara standing up to that girl really made my day. She reminds me so much of you.
Yep. I get that a lot.
Yeah, I know she's probably really tired. I guess I'll see you both later.
Wait, Jamar. I hope this doesn't seem out of the blue, but I've been really meaning to tell you, or I guess thank you again for just being here. I know I said it already, but I really am thankful. I mean, you've been here since the beginning, with raising Mara and my divorce, and even when I started receiving those weird messages. I feel like I can always call on you if I ever need anything.
You saying all that is kind of hard to ignore. I've always got your back, Sel. From Mara to the weird messages, I'm not going anywhere. But I gotta say, hearing you actually say it makes sticking around a lot more tempting. You make it really hard to walk away, you know that? I'm starting to think I don't want to. I've been trying really hard not to cross this line with you. Wait, Selena. Are you... Are you sure about this?
I really should clean this room. No fingerprints, just Khalil's. That doesn't make sense. There was a struggle, some kind of fight that ended in the stab wound, but who else was there? The time of death, over an hour before Marcellus even showed up. He couldn't have done it. And the rest of the autopsy isn't back yet, which could tell us more. Blood spatter, angle, toxins, anything. I need to go back to the motel, reviewing that footage frame by frame. Someone's missing from the story. Someone left their mark. Marcellus's shit is definitely messy. This case started with Khalil, but it sure as hell isn't going to end with him. We've been looking in the wrong place. Someone wanted us to. Who is that someone?